If I became your president, the one thing that I would make happen for sure is making it mandatory for every child in America to learn about agriculture, to learn about farming, to learn about compost, to learn about seeds, to learn about the circle of life, and not in just a cute little, oh, we put some potatoes in a bag and now we have potatoes now. And no. There would be an extensive curriculum for every single stage of childhood development. There would be also an equally yoked assignment in that stage for plants, for growth, for agriculture, for everything that is involved in keeping us and our livestock alive, right? Half of the problems that we have are due to malnutrition, and half of the problems that we have are due to the fact that people don't understand that nutrition is literally the foundation and the key to making anything work. Nutrition is the foundation and the key to stabilizing a society. And when you break the health down, the biome down of the society, it starts to crumble and die. You cannot function if you're rotting away. You cannot function if you're being attacked. You cannot function if you do not understand the proper tools and the necessary action that needs to be taken to keep you and your ecosystem healthy. If I became president, so many things would change. People would finally realize how ignorant that they've been. If I became president, the quality of food would be such a big priority, because we already have seen that the research shows that when you change the diet of someone who has been on a poor diet, it dramatically increases their standard of life and their mental cognitive abilities. If I became president, there would be such a different vibration happening. If I became president, I would change everything. Almost everything. And no, this isn't some stupid young girl who thinks she knows it all. No. I've seen it all. I've lived through a lot of it all, and some things I'm glad I didn't. But I stand here today saying I think I could do a much better job than whatever this administration thinks they're doing. I stand here today saying I think I could do so much more for this country than any of these people in just a small amount of time. I stand here today maybe not being old enough to be elected, but wise enough to know that I could do a better job. If I became president, I would change the way we did things. If I became president, I would take in account how science is not as up to date with the female body as it should be. And that understanding the female body will actually help us understand the human race a lot better. If I become president, I would bring back morals. I would bring back integrity. I would bring back actual hard work. I would bring back manufacturing. I would bring back love and family and humanity. And that's what I would bring back. I encourage everybody to go out and buy a pack of this. Like this little pack, it's not necessarily the best pot, but hey, you can get 15 of these for like less than $3, and it's totally worth it. Get yourself some soil, get yourself a pack of organic seeds. And why I say organic is because if you try to grow seeds that have lived and thrived using chemicals and pesticides, then their children and their offspring will only flourish if they have those same things too. And the more we use these things and the more we don't understand how to compost and how to protect the soil and how to protect the land, we will destroy it and we won't have anything else to grow, and we'll all be a toxic, we'll all have to be, we'll all mutate in a way that, or die. So mutate in a way which we are able to somewhat live with the toxic chemicals in our food and in our soil and in our water, or we'll die, or we need to change the way that we're processing everything, change the way people think about things, change the way we throw things away. People need to know and understand the process of composting and how amazing composting is for our environment and building the soil level. When people talk about not having enough soil, that's because we don't build it. We have everything and all the tools and the materials we need to rebuild the soil, yet we, tend to not do it. We put it in places and mix it up with other chemicals and other things. We are not properly disposing of the things that we use. We're not properly understanding the circle of life. And once we understand the circle of life and how things work, how things break down, and how things should be recycled, then we're going to be able to fix things. But because we all don't have a crash course and, some people don't think it's their problem, we're going to end up living in a shithole. And I excuse my language, but if I become president, I would get rid of political correctness because I don't have time for that. Go out, learn to grow something. Everybody should know how to grow something. Everybody should, in the event of something happening, you never know. Shouldn't you know how to grow some food, a little bit of food? I mean, you can't, you have to put some work into your survival. You cannot rely on the supermarket all the time. You cannot rely on the government all the time. You cannot rely on even your family sometimes. So you have to get yourself intellectually prepared for in case something, in case shit, right? This is my video. Thank you for watching. If I become president, I'll change everything for the better.